In this lesson, we're going to continue discussing paragraph formatting. If you'd like to follow along, go under your File menu to Open, and in the Working Files folder, chapter number 7, select Bullets and Numbering, and just click Open. In a previous lesson, I mentioned bullets and numbering, and we talked about the old traditional way of creating a bullet style. In this lesson, we're going to discuss the most efficient way to format both bullets and numbering. Why don't we start with bullets? I'm just going to select some text right underneath my subhead that says Format as a bulleted list. I'm in my selection tool, so I'm just going to double click to switch to my type tool. And I'm just going to select all the type under that subhead to the end of this column. And I'm going to zoom in a bit, just so it's easier to see what's going on. And go back to my type tool. Now let's find bullets and numbering. I'm going to go to my paragraph panel, and I'm just going to go under the options menu to bullets and numbering. And nothing will happen until I turn on a list type. The list type right now is none. I could choose either bullets or numbering. I'm going to choose bullets. And still nothing is going to happen until I check preview. And you can see I'm getting some bullets in there, but things are not quite aligned correctly. So we need to play with the left indent and the first line indent. I don't know if you remember in a previous lesson, we were playing with left indents and first line indents in the paragraph panel, and we created a bulleted paragraph. We're going to do pretty much the same thing here. I'm going to create a left indent. How about I just start clicking up and I'll go to 0.1875. Now, to get my bullets to go back towards the left, so they're right up against the left side of my margin, I want a negative first line indent. So it's going to take this first line with the bullet and shove it over. So let me do that. First line indent, negative number. I'm going to click my down arrow. And actually, when the two numbers are the same, left indent and first line indent, they're both at right now 0.1875. The only difference is there's a minus sign in front of the first line indent. That's what's pushing the bullet all the way back to the left side. If I didn't want my bullet all the way to the left, if I wanted to move all of those paragraphs indented further towards the right, let me do a left indent, and you can see it's moving it away from the side. I'm going to undo that. I'm just going to click the down arrow twice until both numbers are at the same thing, with a minus sign in front of the bottom number. That's usually the way you're going to do bullets. But that's really just the beginning, because you can do some really cool things with bulleted formatting in this dialog box. Like, for instance, I don't have to use bullets. I could use little stars or an asterisk, or I could use diamonds, or these double arrows. Or if I don't have what I want available here, I can hit Add. And I can add anything in this typeface, or actually anything in any typeface that I have on my computer. All I have to do is pick the font family. Let me do that. And I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, just about. And I'm going to choose something called Wingdings. And it's symbol-like characters. Let me just go down a little bit. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. There's a little tiny square. I'm going to hit Add. Maybe the larger square. Maybe that's what I want. I'm going to hit Add. If you're not sure, doesn't matter. You can add multiple glyphs. I'm going to choose the little tiny diamond and hit Add. Maybe the small diamond that's not equal sides. I'm going to hit Add. Maybe the other one that's larger. So I can add a whole bunch of these, and then when I'm done, just click OK. And I've added all of them. And if I wanted to use the large square, I could do that. Or if I wanted to use the diamond, So I have a whole bunch of choices here. I kind of like the square-shaped diamond, the small one. And what else can I do? I can apply something called the character style. Now, we haven't talked about character styles yet. You can create character styles that will change the character formatting of whatever you have selected. And as a style, it can do it quickly and consistently. I have some pre-existing styles in this document, so instead of none, I'm going to choose something called red. And you can see it made my little diamond shapes red. Really kind of cool. Let me click OK. And once again, with complex formatting like this, the first thing I would do is save it as a paragraph style. Let me just scroll over a bit to get to my other column. And I'm going to go up to the top. And I'm just going to select all of the text underneath my subhead at the top of the column, and then scroll back up. This we're going to make into a numbered list. Same dialog box. Go under your options menu, the bullets and numbering. And instead of choosing bullets, choose numbers. And you can see it works exactly the same way as bullet formatting. Only difference is it's numbers. This is a level 1 numbered list. We'll talk about a level 2 in just a little while. The format of the numbers right now is 1, 2, 3, 4. I could choose 0, 1, 0, 2, or Roman numerals of different kinds. I could also choose letters, A, B, C, D, or lowercase letters. Let me go back to just a regular numbered list. I can apply a character style to the number. How about purple and bold? So it made my numbers purple and bold in a totally different typeface from a different type family. Let me go down the bottom and we're going to do our alignment. We're going to start with a left indent. So let me start clicking my up arrow. And let me leave it at 0.125 and see what happens. And I'm going to do a negative first line indent. And it looks like I need to increase the left indent and make the first line indent the same number with a minus sign in front of it. It looks like I can go even further. The period of the number is still a little bit too close to the text to its right. So I'm going to make the left indent a little greater and the negative number next to first line indent, the same exact number with a minus sign in front of it. I'm just going to click OK, and we're going to make level 2 numbering. I'm just going to select numbers 2 and 3. And I'm going to go back under the options menu of the paragraph panel and go to bullets and numbering again. But this time, instead of a level 1, I'm going to make it a level 2. And you can see what's happening. The numbers are starting over again. But let me change the format and it will start to make sense. Instead of 1, 2, 3, maybe I want to do A, B, C, D. A level 2 will go up to the next number or the next letter in the next instance. But then when you get a level 1 interrupting it, if you were to do another level 2, it's going to start over again at A. And you can see with level 1, this is a level 1 here. It's a main entry. Any level 2s that interrupt it, it goes to the next level 1 number. So it's almost like setting up an outline. Now, let me just finish this up. I'm going to increase the left indent of my level 2 until it lines up nicely with the level 1 above it. And click OK. So, of course, I would save both of these levels as paragraph styles. So when I wanted another level 2 to interrupt, why don't I just do this? I'm just going to copy these. And I'm going to select number 3. And let's watch what happens when I paste. This is the way level 1s and level 2s work. Level 1s always continue the next time you have a level 1. Level 2s will go up and up and up, and then when they're interrupted by a level 1, they start over again at the lowest number or letter. So really kind of cool the way it works. But watch what else happens. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. If I get an insert point at the end of number 3 and hit a return or enter, you can see it's a 4. And 4 became 5 and 5 became 6. If I delete 4, it will change it back again so that what used to be 5 is now 4. So it's always keeping track of everything that's going on in your text. So you'll never have to renumber manually. So very cool feature. In the next lesson, we're going to continue discussing paragraph formatting.